If you had to rank all the parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from worst to best, how would you order them? Got your answer yet? It's wrong! JoJo's Bizarre Adventure's latest animated season, Steel Ball Run, is right around the corner. And I've mentioned this before in another video, but JoJo's is literally my favorite shonen of all time. Nothing's better in terms of shonen, but we're not even going to get into that conversation. You're not ready for that yet. So in celebration of this new season coming to the big screen, I figured I'd make a couple videos about JoJo's. What should we call this, by the way? Let's give it a name. The Arocks experience. Get it? Get it? Arocks go experience. Steel Rock Run. Get it? Cause like Steel Rock Run. Arocks Crusaders.
Oh brother, this guy stinks.
But light spoiler warning, just a heads up for anyone who's haven't seen the show. To rank a movie, hell, show, any kind of media, there has to be a criteria, and this is no different. And I used a criteria, of course, to make this video, ranking each part based on the story, main cast, development, stakes, and villains, combining them to then give us our final grade. Of course, there's other ways to rank and rate a fucking show and other criterias that you could use, but this isn't your video, silly. So shut up! Please and thank you. Number 6. Phantom Blood. I severely doubt anyone's gonna have a problem with this. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, titled Phantom Blood, follows our main character Jonathan Joestar, as well as the villain Dio Brando, who was adopted into the Joestar family and plans to take the family's fortune, this being the beginning of the Joestar bloodline as we know it. The only bloodline I acknowledge. Fuck is you talking about? Honestly, this part isn't even bad. In fact, I love it. Like, bro, it just isn't as good as the others, if I'm gonna be honest. But in terms of importance, it's a definite top 3, and that's not even debatable. There's a reason why people side-eye people who talk about, oh, I just skipped the part 3. Niggas have gotten shot for less. I'm just saying. Sleep with one eye open, big dog. I got something for you. Number 5. Golden Wind. Okay, hear me out. Wait. I love part 5 just as much as I loved any other part of JoJo's. But, like, can we be honest for 5 seconds? Don't y'all feel like something was just, like, missing? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, the story follows Giorno Giovanna as he plans to become a gang star of the Passion Mafia. Why? Because he found out they were selling drugs to children. Listen, man. Listen. Like, let me level with y'all. I love the characters. You know, I love the main villains. Only the main villains. I don't remember any of the others. I even love the developments of the characters throughout the story. It just didn't feel JoJo enough. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they should have focused more into his lineage and the ties to his family rather than him just being the top G. It didn't feel like a continuation of the Joestar story. It just felt more like a filler. That shit was a fire-ass filler, though. I can't lie. Naruto can never... No, Boruto can never, bitch. Number 4. Our sponsor for today's video, Raid Shadow Legend. Number 4. This makes me a little sad, I'm not gonna lie. Battle Tendency. The home of my favorite JoJo. The best JoJo. Joseph Joestar. Big Joe. The story follows Joseph Joestar, grandson of Jonathan, as he travels the world to fight against the Pillarmen, an ancient race of beings who created the stone mask that Dio used. Now, I want y'all to listen to this lineup that we got here, okay? Joseph, Caesar, Lisa, Stroheim, Cars, Idisi, Wamu, Suzy Koo, Speed Wag, bro, Speed Wag God, the nigga, not Wagon, Wag God. Bro, this lineup of characters is something that writers could only dream to have. The story itself was so close to perfection. But in the end, it runs into two major problems. One, it was way too short. Like, I feel like we were almost robbed. Like, and two, the stakes didn't feel real. Usually whenever watching an anime, even whenever they're in the worst predicament, even for like movies and shit, whenever they're in the worst predicament, you can still sit there and say they're gonna be fine because they're the main character, whether that be because of the plot armor or just the story being shitty. Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, I'm still dancing on that grave, bro. Number 3, the top 3. Diamond is Unbreakable. The only thing holding this masterpiece back from going higher is part 6 and part 3 being literal masterpieces made by God himself. Set in the fictional town of Morio, Japan in 1999, Josuke Higashita and his friends were roped into investigating a series of decade-long homicides and figure out the identity of the main antagonist, Yoshikage Kira. An action-adventure murder mystery with a fun cast, creative stands, ghosts, aliens. Literally, this part is the definition of a bizarre adventure. Like, something that seems like those weird TikToks about having like the weird dreams and stuff like that. It goes in so many different ways, yet in the end, it just all connects together. It just makes sense. Like you reach the end of the story, falling in love with every character you've seen, good or bad, attaching yourself to the story as if you were there, and then pissed off when it ends. Only for that shit to get followed up by fucking part 5!
If my nose is correct, one of you beauties is on your period. I'm right, aren't I? Who is it? It's me.
Number 2. I'm trying to build the anticipation. Is it working? Is it working now? The second best part in all of JoJo's is... Alright, my bad. Stone Ocean! This was honestly one of the best pieces of media I've ever consumed. I don't care. That includes the movies, shows, even fucking content. Yes, that includes me! Yes, I watch my own videos. Shut up! Set in Florida, 2011, Stone Ocean follows the love of my life, Jolene Cujo. Shut up in the comments. I don't want to hear a damn word. A woman who was framed for a crime and sentenced to be imprisoned in a maximum security prison and eventually wrapped into the long-standing plot of Enrico Pucci and Dio. Yes, Dio's still around. And it's like, when you talk stories, when you talk characters, when you talk villains, when you talk development, when you talk stakes, they had it all! Not one single miss! Bro, a story that literally evokes every emotion out of you. Bear in mind, I've watched Violet Evergarden, I've watched Assassination Classroom, and I've watched Clan Act with a straight fucking face. Straight face. But this scene right here, that is on this scene, I feel like that's the closest I've ever come to crying. But sadly, and I mean very sadly, it only comes in second place. Because we already know who number 1 is. Stardust Crusaders, the GOATs, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Shaq. Bro, come on now, bro. Like, let me talk to you, bro. Let me talk to you. Something as simple as the character interactions is enough to get you invested. The villains are all different and interesting in their own ways. The lore and stakes all tie together to make you feel how important this was. This wasn't something where they told you how important. You felt how important this was. They didn't have to say nothing about what was at the line. What? Fuck! And then in the end, we all sat back, took a deep breath, and had to accept what happened. That's it. That's the list. We reached the end. Like, listen. I know I've taken a lot of your time, and like, I already know this video is already getting too long. The recording itself is like 18 minutes now. Let me wrap this video up by saying one last thing. I was watching this channel earlier by the name of Scrit, and it was this video called "Your Story Sucks If You Can't Answer This Question." It talks about how to grab a reader's attention and get them interested in reading or watching your story. What is the question that he refers to in the title? What is your story about? And with this, he asked a follow-up question. Why should I care about your story? So both to him, if one day you ever watch this video, and to anyone who's watching, here's my answer on behalf of JoJo's. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is about the Joestar bloodline. And not just their bizarre adventures, but how they're almost tied to them. There's a saying that they say in the show that goes like this. Stan users are attracted to other Stan users. Now in a practical stance, they're just telling us about the force that all Stan users have that always somehow puts them in the same place at the same time, even when they least expect it. But it could also be used as a metaphor for the Joestars themselves. Every time some new threat comes, or some weird happening, happens, they always seem to somehow be there and be tied to it. As for why you should care about the story, honestly, I don't even feel like there's a true answer to that. I can give you the best answer you've ever heard, and there's probably still people out there that wouldn't think it's good enough. Any form of media is subjective, and a lot of people make their choice before even turning on the TV. But if I were to try and give you an answer, you should care about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it has something for everyone, yet it doesn't try to be something that it's not. It's almost like a walking contradiction in the best way possible. It's weird, wacky, goes out of his way to be out of the box, but still keeps his identity and stays in its own lane. If you enjoy comedy like Gintama, you'll love JoJo's. If you love fighting like Dragon Ball, you'll love JoJo's. If you love some slice of life, or at least some relaxation in your shonens and not just fighting all the time, you'll love JoJo's. And if you love the weird ass story like Dandadan, something that feels like it's literally going in every direction possible, yeah, you'll definitely like JoJo's. So in the end, like, comment, subscribe, check out social medias, link in the description down below, share with your friends before you go. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. 21 minutes of straight recording. I haven't reached a video this long since I was shitting on JJK.
What? JoJo's, man! What JoJo's? What JoJo's? What JoJo's? Watch it! Watch it! Watch it!